Hey folks, Poster, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're gonna do a Charizard showcase. Obviously, I didn't pick Charizard, I picked Squirtle, right? But I am gonna get to friends on the Discord to actually help who actually picked Charizard, because it's kind of hard to find folks who pick Charizard, because most people did pick Squirtle and Bulbasaur instead. Mostly due to the fact that those two are probably better, and there's just way too many good fire types anyways. To really justify picking Charizard, also Charizard in the game. Although the other two are gonna be in the game as well later on. So yeah, anyways, let me just invite them in real quick if I could find. Oh, there we go. Alright. I sent the invite. So basically, for those of you who don't know, all the starters have the same stats, right? Their stats start out kind of mediocre, but you know, once you throw in you know, if you give them more affinity, all that stuff, you power them up, they get, you know, they get much better stats. But you know, at first their stats are kind of mediocre. As for their movesets, Charizard has Flamethrower, X Special Attack, Fire Blast, and the trainer move, which I can't remember what it's called, like something runs something. It had something to do with running. But basically it gives you +2 speed and +1 crit when you do use that trainer move. All three of the starters have that same trainer move, so you know, there's no discrepancies there. Honestly, Charizard just feels like a worse Infernape to me, because Infernape has a 2-gauge, you know, Fire Punch spam, right? And also has Fire Blast, and also has crit buffs, and also has special attack buffs, right? Infernape does not have speed buffs built in, but Infernape does have a grid, and Infernape's grid actually gives Infernape accuracy on Fire Blast, which is the most crucial thing for Infernape, right? So you could do a Fire Blast build Infernape, right? And have, you know, good accuracy on Fire Blast in comparison to Charizard, which has just regular accuracy on Fire Blast, which is, you know, unfortunately bad. So I do think they kind of got shafted there for Charizard, right? Because it really does seem like, on paper, it does seem like a worse Infernape. But anyways, let's try it out and see how it does in battle against EX Janin, whatever. I really don't know how to pronounce her name. Janin. Anyways, let's do this. So I'm gonna play the support, because again, I don't actually have Charizard, right? So let's go Blazing Hope. We get Blazing Hope twice, and then that should give them +6 special attack, and then, you know, once they use their one Race You, it's called Race You, okay. Then they should be at max. Let's go ahead and Sunny Day. Give them some sun, right? By the way, you can run both Red and your main character's Charizard on the same team, since, you know, there's no restriction on the same Pokemon, right? And this also does maybe give credence to, in the future, 2.7k on a Fire Blast. Interesting. In the future, that, you know, they could probably we get like duplicate Pokemon, right? Maybe we could finally get Riley with another Lucario. That would be cool. All right. So Fire Blast doing around 2.7k. I think both of theirs are 3 stars at the moment. Not maxed out affinity. I think one of them has slightly better affinity, so around 2,000 per Fire Blast. In Sun, fully buffed, right? Obviously, you know, Red's Charizard is much better. I don't think that's much, you know. But they do get better as their affinity and stuff grow and increase, right? So here's a non-sun boosted Blast Burn from Red's Charizard, and yeah, that's not even boosted by the sun, and it does so much more damage. But you know, there's no point really comparing Red's Charizard versus a free free unit, right? It's free, right? It's already really, I think it's decent for a free unit. I do think Infernape is better once you do max out Infernape's grid, which is one of the reasons why look at this connection. Everyone's you know, coming into the game right now. Which I do think is a slight issue with Charizard, is there's just so many good fire types already, and that's probably why not a lot of people are picking up this Charizard in comparison to either, I guess, Blastoise and Venusaur, right? Venusaur, although you do have Sceptile Roserade there, but well, the Venusaur isn't in the game yet, and Venusaur's like, Venusaur, you can't really there really isn't a direct comparison for Venusaur and Blastoise, because nothing is really similar to Venusaur, right? Because Sceptile is completely different, and Roserade, right? Sceptile and Roserade are completely different to Venusaur, and Blastoise is just completely different to Feraligatr, right? But Charizard, you do have a pretty good direct comparison there to Infernape, which does kind of shaft Charizard in that sense, unfortunately. Ooh, well, got 2-star gear. Not that I need it or anything. But yeah, there is that. So these starters, they don't get Synchreds, unfortunately, and they do. You know, at first their stats, again, like I said, don't look that great. But once you do max out their affinity, you should be good. Which, by the way, you could just go to the shop. You go to the exchange menu. In general, you could use daily tickets. I already exchanged mine, but you know, you could go to exchange items, general, and then if you scroll all the way down, there's the you can exchange daily tickets for those tarts, which could raise its affinity up to max. And then once you do raise your affinity up to max, there's my Blastoise for an example, right? You could just do that and raise affinity, and every time you raise its affinity, it raises its stats, right? Which again, at the beginning, stats are kind of potato, but once you raise them, they do get better. I don't think we have gold tarts yet at the moment, it seems like, but we do have bronze and silver, so you get them like 2 out of 3, I guess, at the moment. Anyways, let's try another stage. Let's try Karina this time. There we go. Let's try EX Karina for this one. And let's see how this one goes. There are quite a few, you know, like fire type is a really fire type is a really useful type, because there's a lot of like fire weak stages, right? So there's that, and you know, that's probably one of the reasons why there's a lot of, I guess, you know, just fire type Pokemon in the game, right? So I guess it makes sense in you know, in that sense, if you want to rationalize it like that. But yeah, I went over a video detailing these stars and more and all that, and just more so comparing them. So if you want to go over that, you can check it out on my channel, and do subscribe if you're new to the channel, right? A lot of updates coming to Masters, a lot of really exciting stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. Should be fun. So we're gonna go and fight Karina over here, which is slightly different from. I mean, Karina used to be like one of the hardest EX challenges, but after it got nerfed, it's like kind of a joke now. So. They do have Sandstorm, so we'll have to stay in Rapidash for the most part, just so we could deal with the Sandstorm, take out the Sandstorm, right? So it doesn't bother the Charizards that much, and also we could get our Sun Boost in there. Not that Charizard has much, or the main character Charizard has much help from you know, the Sun, unlike Red's Charizard, which does have Sun Grid, right? So yeah, obviously Red Charizard's much better, and I would assume Signature Blue's Blastoise and Signature Leaf's Venusaur should be better than these main character ones as well. Not that, you know, it's nothing, none of that is confirmed or whatever, but just an assumption, I guess. Because again, these are free, and these are, you know, these are solid free units. By the way, look at these free to play. Like a lot of people say, you know, saying, oh, this game's so pay to win, whatever. But like, dude, the free to play units they give out, like even the ones that aren't like, okay, that's without Sun, right? Yeah, okay, that's kind of sad. Yeah, but like. Even like some of like the mediocre ones have like, you know, various at least situational uses, right? Alright, let's throw out Sunny Day in here. We're drawing aggro, which is cool, I guess. There we go. Sandstorm doesn't increase their special defense, right? It should. So once Sandstorm goes away, it should be much better, I think. Alright, let's see how this is. 1k, okay. Does EX Karina have higher special defense? I think she does. Anyways, let's get Sandy up again. Did I kill that before Fire Blast? No, I didn't. Unfortunately. Oh, I killed it before like one of them maybe. That's a flamethrower. But yeah, Charizard also has speed. All of them have speed as well. So they basically got like all the buffs, right? For Charizard, you got your special attack buffs, you got your crit buffs, all that stuff. You got speed buffs as well. Just for all the offensive buffs, you got them all basically. So it's a really complete set. It's just the stats at the moment are kind of underwhelming. Again, like I said for a billion times already, once you do increase their affinity, the stats will get much better. But again, I do kind of see Charizard as probably the least picked of all the starters. I'll phrase it that way, the least picked. I'm pretty sure. And I did do a poll on my channel, not that it's, you know, scientific or whatever, but, you know, I asked folks if they wanted Charizard or Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur as their starter, and overwhelmingly, folks picked Squirtle, I think, right? And then, actually, I was actually slightly surprised that Bulbasaur and Charmander are kind of close. So it's like 49% Squirtle, so like almost half Squirtle, 28% Charmander, 23% Bulbasaur there. Okay, man, poor Bulbasaur. Anyways, there we go. That's the new Charizard, right? Not that Charizard, but the new main character Charizard. Again, at the moment it's not as strong, but you know, once we do give it more affinity, all that, which I do like this mechanic. I mean, it's free to play character, so like you know, games either you spend money or you grind, right? And you know, I do like grinding units to make them stronger as they go. You know, start out weak. Hey, that's the whole, you know, premise of all the hero stories, right? You start out kind of weak and then you grind it out and then they become stronger. That's really a main concept of Pokemon as well, right? As a, you know, as a concept, you start out not to whatever, right? Your starter kind of weak, and then you evolve it and they get much better. So I do like that concept. So anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video, we're on your channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.